In 1900, an amputee psychiatrist is admitted to Coney Hatch Lunatic Asylum. Once a respected doctor, he's now a patient, struggling with his own mental health while witnessing the harsh realities. In 1939, these policemen faces a firing squad as World War II intensifies. As he stands before certain death, his expressions shift from fear to defiance, capturing the raw emotions confronting. In 1900, Victorian orphans roam the streets of London, surviving through scavenging and street work. With no family to rely on, they face hunger, danger, but some find strength in each other. In 1884, Indian mutineers are executed by blowing from a gun, a brutal punishment where cannon fire is used to kill. This horrifying method symbolizes the severe retribution faced by those who resisted British rule. In 1925, the first Goodyear blimp, named Pilgrim, takes to the skies, revolutionizing air travel and advertising. This iconic airship marks the beginning of a new era, combining innovation with commercial potential, and forever changing the way we view aerial advertising and transportation. In 1962, a standard trawler crew faces a life-threatening emergency at sea. As disaster strikes, the crew is evacuated in a desperate scramble for survival. Their courage and teamwork in the face of danger highlight the harsh realities of life. In 1789, politician John Elwes, known for his miserly ways and eccentric behavior, becomes the main inspiration for Charles Dickens' character, Ebenezer Scrooge. Elwes' extreme frugality and disregard for others shaped Dickens' portrayal of Scrooge. Violet Jessop was another great survivor. She survived TB as a child as well as 2 shipwrecks, including the Titanic. She also lived to a ripe old age. Strangely, Jessop's story has been somewhat ignored in movies about the great ship. In the 1920s, a mentally ill patient forms a deep bond with a doll, his only source of comfort in a psychiatric asylum. As he navigates his troubled mind, the doll becomes a symbol of his fragile reality. In 1962, Kate Ward of Camberley became a hero to over 600 stray dogs, dedicating her life to caring for them. With immense compassion, she rescued and provided shelter, food, and love to the abandoned animals, becoming a symbol of kindness and a pioneer in animal welfare. Laurit Sand, October 1, 1879 to December 17, 1956, was a Norwegian topographer, military officer in the Dutch Army, estate owner in the Dutch East Indies, businessman and resistance pioneer of World War II. In 1876, Pikes Peak Signal Station attendant Private John O'Keefe told tall tales of life in the station to lawyer, newspaper man and drinking friend Eliphalet Price. O'Keefe recounted a story of large, man-eating rats that lived in caves on Pikes Peak. Chain Gang 1910 Na convict chain gang in a mobile prison wagon in North Carolina. The inmates live in the wagons and are moved to different places, to work as needed. Photograph 1910. The Orcus Mouth, circa 1957. Located at the Sacro Bosco, Sacred Grove, colloquially called Park of the Monsters, Parco degli Misteri in Italian, a monumental complex located in Bomarzo. Soldier in an Italian home spraying a mixture of DDT and kerosene to control malaria, 1945. We stood on the slippery floors and watched the kerosene dripping from the light fixtures. In 1941, a man who had been tarred and feathered, a medieval form of punishment, required urgent medical treatment. This brutal punishment, which involved covering the victim in hot tar and feathers, left severe burns and psychological trauma. The hand of death, Clarence Daly's hand, was covered in lesions, looked burned and was falling apart after countless hours of intense X-ray radiation in Thomas Edison's lab. In 1905, before the discovery of penicillin, syphilis was a deadly and widespread disease with devastating effects. Without effective treatment, sufferers faced severe health complications. Tattoos have different meanings across different cultures, running the gamut from sacred art to the mark of criminals. In Japan, tattoos are part of a wider subculture called irizumi,